We are now at the IWA show in Nuremberg, and in this video we will try to find out which bullet or cartridge that is best for driven hunt in 2024. And of course here on the show we can't make any reviews and testing of the bullets, so what I will do, I will go to each manufacturer of a hunting bullets that I can find here and make the same question for them. Which bullet or cartridge you use from your range of products if I go to driven hunt here in Europe. And then they get 2 minutes to explain which bullet or cartridge they suggest and why. So if you want to have some tips or inspiration for your next season driven hunting, take a close look on this video.
Hi, I'm Neil Davies, Marketing Director for Hornady. I've been asked to answer an age-old question here in Europe. What is the best cartridge and bullet to use for driven hunts? I'm certainly no expert in this topic. I've been fortunate to participate in a few of the wild boar fever films and have had some experience, but what I would say humbly would be that the 308 Winchester in the Superformance load with 165 grain SST. Right here we have 180 grain SST, but the 165 grain SST at 866 meters per second is what I would recommend. Now the advantage of the Superformance product line is that you are going to be, I have to speak in feet per second because I'm an American, but you're going to get 100 to 200 feet per second faster velocity than you would from a conventional cartridge in the same loading. So in this case, you're shooting a 308 that's roughly 30-06 performance, but out of a 308, which is a short action cartridge, so you can cycle that bolt faster for a quicker follow-up shot. Now the SST projectile is a fantastic option for driven hunts because it is somewhat volatile. So it sheds weight as it impacts. That nose of the bullet starts to give way and you get rapid incapacitation. Because as many people know, oftentimes the rules of the hunt dictate that if you drop maybe as many as 2 animals out of sight, you have to stop hunting. Well, the SST shows you immediate impact on the game and you get that rapid incapacitation. Even if you have a shot that's kind of marginal and maybe not in the vital area, you're still going to get bullet shards that are going to impact those vitals. So instead of having that shot where it's in no man's land, where that animal runs off, a lot of times you're going to get that shot that will impact the vitals and drop that animal so you'll be able to see it and continue hunting. So again, SST in the 308, particularly in the Superformance line, it's 165 grain SST, I think is a hands down winner.
All right, what is the best bullet for and cartridge for driven hunt purposes? I would like to approach for that question from caliber point of view, that you first have to decide what is the best caliber for your own purpose. Depending of course what kind of game you are hunting, where you are hunting, distance, what kind of muzzle velocity you need and so on. It could be 308, 8x57, 9.362, whatever you feel is the best for your purpose. But if and when we come to product itself, practically your only choice is our Naturalis. Lead-free design, lead-free bullet, and if you compare that any existing traditional lead core bullets which are existing on the market, it's totally new design and the terminal ballistic performance is much better to compare to any other of our competitors. We have several results available about that made by our test shooters, made by the third-party test shooters, whoever, and Naturalis has proven its performance many times. Thank you.
Greet you on behalf of Brenneke, and we received the question which bullet to choose for a driven hunt in a European country. This is of course difficult to answer as from the part of the producer, because of course we love all our products, but to give you an idea of what to choose from, I may pull your attention on the 4 or 5 types of bullets that you find here. And my recommendation would clearly go up to choose the TAG, the Torpedo Alternativgeschoss, which comes with a typical torpedo-alike back part. The advantage of this bullet is that it hits the target, let's call it a boar, during a driven hunt with an immediate impact and a partial fragmentation system that gives a huge shock and instant death and short escape distance, which has an advantage because you're in company of other hunters and you don't want to spend much time looking for your game. Thus, you can give it a second shot if there's a second boar in the field, and you will have a better result from your hunt. If you would like to take a closer look on the bullet and the cut through, you can easily recognize this to be copper. And then what is interesting and means an advantage for the end consumer, it is coated. That will reduce the necessity of cleaning your barrel and gives you another advantage. So if you would like to have deeper information on Brenneke products, I welcome you to visit our website, and of course you can contact me personally. Thank you very much.
So for driven hunt, I would recommend our SST line. It's brand new, and it's a completely lead-free ammunition with a high stopping power and a warranty of extreme precision. And as you can see, there is a food-grade tip that preserves the ballistic characteristics of the best traditional ammunition. So I will go for this one. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stefan Rumpler, Product Manager from RWS, and we are here at the IWA 2025. And I want to talk about the driven hunt hunting situation. For this purpose, we have a dedicated bullet with the name Driven Hunt. So, as you can see here in the box behind me, this is a lead-free copper monolithic deformation bullet. The main feature is that we have a very big hollow point design, which has a plastic tip on top. So when the bullet hits the game or the animal, the plastic tip will penetrate into the bullet, starts the deformation. There's no fragmentation of the bullet, so it's very mass stable for high penetration and no damage or no danger for the surroundings, like dogs or whoever is close to the animal. Our driven hunt bullet we have now for 2 years in the market. It's very well introduced and we like it very much, especially for hunting on short distances and for driven hunt situation where high energy transfer is necessary to put the animals at the spot of the shot. Further, this bullet is mainly available in the 30 calibers. We have it also in the 8mm calibers and 9.3 calibers. And this year, a novelty is also in the German Magnum 8x68S. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thanks for your time today. My name is Matt Olson with Barnes and Sierra Bullets, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about driven hunting and some particular bullet technology that is really starting to spread in Germany, obviously, with lead-free restrictions, and then, of course, in the Scandinavian countries as well, as they move more toward lead-free hunting ammunition. The most applicable line that we have these days is Barnes Vor-Tx and Vor-Tx Euro. We use the tried and true Barnes TTSX and TSX in this ammo family. These are solid copper bullets, very long shank, specially built out of 100% pure copper, no mixes, to make a very malleable, well heat treated bullet that retains 100%, virtually 100% of its weight, expands to roughly 2x, 2 times the diameter of the bullet shank, very reliably at a variety of ranges. We've tuned these bullets to do very, very good things, very high terminal performance, very good reliable penetration, straight line penetration, and superior accuracy on a variety of game, but in particular here in Germany at the IWA show, wild boar. I use these in the US frequently myself. It's the only bullet that I shoot. I shoot a 308, the 130, and I shoot a 45-70 with the 300 grain. I've also dropped a number of boar, both driven and stand hunting in the US, some of them well over 400 pounds, in a variety of states around the country using this exact same bullet technology in several different calibers. The 308 168 is perfect. My personal favorite here lately is the 45-70 300 grain. A little short-barreled lever action gun with a red dot optic on it and a bullet that hits like a freight train and takes those large animals down. Easy handling in the woods, at close range, things like that. Plus it's lead-free technology. So I've pretty much switched all of my boar hunting activities over to using Barnes, both in the Barnes Vor-Tx and the Barnes Euro line as well. Thanks for your time.
Okay, hello, my name is Ken Fischer. I'm from the company SAX Ammunition. We have a lead-free bullet right here. It's our KJG SR, and this is a drive band bullet, and that is the first choice if you have a driven hunt in Europe. You have a very high speed, and you have an hollow point in front inside this first part. And when the bullet penetrates through the skin, we have splinters after a deformation it pass, till 8 till 12 splinters, and the rest of it penetrates through the animal. So the splinters works in the first part of the animal, penetrating the organics like lung and heart, and the rest works like a monolith and penetrates through the animal. And it works in a fantastic way. We have less recoil. Our bullets are have not so high weight. But we have a very, very high speed. And so we always say speed kills if you have the right hit point, like by every different bullets. And this is what we prefer for driven hunt.
Hey, for your upcoming driven hunt season in Europe, I recommend to check out one of our new products for 2025. It's Feral Fusion tipped. Many of you people know probably Feral Fusion already, a very well established round. Fusion tip is building on that experience, so it's a bonded projectile. It's an electrochemical bonded process. So the lead core and the copper jacket are bonded with each other. We're adding a tip to it, so it's a very accurate bullet with a high weight retention, good energy transfer. So you're going to be very successful with that product on driven hunts. We offer it in a wide variety of different calibers, going from 223 all the way up to 300 Win Mag. It includes a 6.5 by 55, and we're looking forward, and we wish you a very successful driven hunt season, actually.
Probably the best bullet Nosler has for driven hunt in Europe would be the Accubond. It's probably the bullet that we're the most well known for at this time globally. What's interesting about the Accubond is it uses an impact extruded jacket, so it has a very thick base. The lead core is bonded to the jacket, so it retains a large amount of weight on impact, but it still delivers a considerable amount of shock. It has an aerodynamic tip and a boat tail, so it shoots flat and retains energy very, very well. And it always punches through, almost always punches through, and leaves a nice blood trail, so it's easy tracking, quick follow-up, and minimal meat loss.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, again. We are now here at the stand with the brand Gecco, and we again talk about the driven hunt situation. And in the brand of Gecco, we can recommend you here the Gecco Plus bullet. So this is a lead core bullet, but this is a pure deformation bullet again. So the lead core is welded together with the jacket, so it's a pure deformation bullet. You can see here in this gelatin block how it mushrooms. So there's again no fragmentation, high penetration for the heavier animals and games, and no dangerous situations for dogs or any other game that is around the animals. This Gecco Plus bullet is available in the most common calibers, starting from 6.5 times 55 Sweden up to 9.3 times 62. So you have everything covered, the most common calibers for the driven hunt, and we can recommend you this bullet very warmly. Gecco Plus.
So hello, my name is Anton Brask. We are now here at the IWA show in Nuremberg, and I'm representing and working for Norma. So now we are in the Norma booth here with me. and I'm to recommend a bullet or bullet family for driven hunts around the world, mainly Europe. And for that, I would recommend the Norma Ecostrike. Norma Ecostrike is a lead-free bullet, a copper bullet, and that's in many parts of Europe now what you need to use because of the regulations. Our Ecostrike is a deformation copper bullet, which means that it mushrooms similar to the famous Oryx within our product family. And with that you get almost 100% retained weight. So yeah, the bullet, when it has this good high percentage of retained weight, it will stay stable in the expansion and penetrate deep into the animal, even for big kylers or big moose or whatever you're hunting. The Ecostrike is today in a wide variety of calibers. That's also one of the reasons why I recommend it, because we have it from 6.5 up to 375 Holland and Holland. So you can, no matter what driven hunt caliber almost you have, you can find our Ecostrike for it.
Hey, for the upcoming driven hunt season, I recommend you to check out Remington Core-Lokt Copper. It's our all-new lead-free projectile, so it's a copper bullet, which means it has a 100% weight retention, deep penetration actually. We offer it in different calibers, going from 243 all the way up to 300 Win Mag in different calibers. So if you're looking for an affordable lead-free projectile, check out Core-Lokt Copper. As the name says, it's a copper projectile, so it's monolithic, which means no fragmentation, 100% mass stable, and a perfect choice for medium to big game. Have a good season and see you soon.